Hey y'all, long time no see. Naturally Norca here, Death Doula 21 on TikTok. She is Naturally Norca on Instagram, and I think Naturally Norca Instagram, a whole bunch of stuff. I just really haven't been posting for some time, just because this year has been a lot for me, and I just had to stop doing everything because I'm a person that does not like to stop, even though everything points to stopping. So what I came here to say is that there will be some changes in me in general. Naturally, Norca, the Death Doula business, everything's going to be different, and I really believe in transparency, so I'm going to be transparent here. You know, I can tell all my business without actually telling all my business, but I do feel like transparency is important because there are people that may feel like me and not think they have anybody to talk to, because I feel like that sometimes I don't share things because I got a heavy spirit. I'm a really serious person, and everybody, as social media says these days, everybody is not equipped to handle what you got going on. So I don't agree with that, but I'll be making more than one video, so I'm gonna just regroup and redo everything. Consistency has really been my issue, but I'm not gonna say but, I'm gonna say and I have to fix it. So with my work schedule being different and some things in my life improving, I'll be able to do what I was called to do. So what I wanted to say is that this page, it'll be different because you all know me. Those of you that know me very well and deal with me, you know that I work heavily with my ancestors. I work through them. They work through me. I give myself to them in every single way. The one thing is that my faith in the ancestors has not matched my obedience in them. So I have absolute faith. I don't expect anything. All I expect, because we have to watch what we say, to the universe. What I expect from the ancestors is extraordinary favor. Everything has a beautiful outcome, no matter what it looks like. And I feel like it can be changed in the middle. No matter what you see before you, it can be changed. If that's what you feel, that's what you believe, and if you're chosen to be a certain person by the ancestors. So that's what I believe. The reason I'm making this video is because I've been led to do this for a very long time. I'm gonna say probably the last 5 or 6 months. The thing for me is that at the time, I was thinking that if I go ahead with this, then that means I have to do it. So it's like I didn't want to be held accountable for it, or just not feeling my best as far as magical things go. And you know that some of the things that I do, the things I believe in, the practices that I follow, are not things that people really agree with or even believe in, And I don't care about that. But I felt like when the ancestors feel like, with the gifts that have been bestowed on me, the pure energy that I have should not be kept under wraps. So I have worked with people, though. I've worked with people. I haven't made anything in a long time because I just haven't felt like it, and not in a lazy way, but I just had to completely regroup, because I'm gonna be honest, I've always been able to make things. I've always been able to heal people, but I was not doing it with the pureness of my heart. It was pure, but it was for an ulterior motive. My parents passed away, and they got sick, and I couldn't help them. And it wasn't because it wasn't anything that I didn't do. I did everything I was supposed to do, but I know that the reason why things happened the way they did was because they saved us from a lot of stuff. They sacrificed themselves. They made a choice to make sure that the rest of us were okay. So if something came up, we'd be fine. They did the suffering for us. And we love them, we appreciate them, we miss them, even though they're around us all the time. So my journey into Naturally Norca was like, I couldn't save them, but I'm gonna save everybody else. And it got to be a bit much because I was helping folks, those of you that I've worked with, giving information, radio show and stuff, and I didn't give my best at the radio show because I wasn't doing it for the right reason. I did want to do it. I loved doing radio. I loved it, but my frame of mind was elsewhere because it was like I'm not trying to help the masses necessarily. I'm still trying to save my parents and they're gone. So I had to work with them myself. Like I made myself sick because I was trying so hard to do something that I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing. So I took a hiatus from every single thing. And so I'm rambling because I do. So that's it. But anyway, when you're magical, gifted, or whatever, like I said earlier, it's frowned upon. You know, they want to burn you at the stake. It's evil, blah, 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 all that stuff. But I feel like if you can, whatever your belief system is, and I don't attack people. I don't care what you believe in. And I'm not going to make you believe what I believe either. I don't care what you believe in. I respect you. As long as you're not causing me harm and my family harm, I don't care what you do. And I like the same respect, even though everybody doesn't receive it. But what I want to say is that it's frowned upon, even with your family. And I say family because this has to come from somewhere. You don't just wake up in the morning or turn 30 and just be gifted and hoodoo and voodoo and Santeria. That's in your lineage. And sometimes our elders and people before us, some of them operate in it. Some of them are afraid of it. Some of them don't even acknowledge it. But the thing that happens is one of your children or your grandchildren, they are gifted too, okay? And if you don't share with them that they're gifted, it's hard to go through that. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. You know, I'm not, well, you know what? I'm not going to do that because y'all know me. It's like I'm not singling anybody out of anything. I'm giving you what is on my heart and then what the ancestors are giving me at the same time at this moment. So, if you know anything about me, once again, I can just kind of do what I want. There are rules and regulations that they say that you have when you're doing practicing and alchemy and whatever it is, witchcraft, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you call it. I don't follow that stuff. I go by what my spirit says and what the ancestors say. So where somebody may need to do an altar or burn candles, I don't do that. Sometimes I do, but I don't really have to do that. My manifestation is very strong if I put my mind to it. And not to say I really haven't been, but you know, I don't have to do what other people have to do. And if I've helped you in any way, you know that there's a method to my madness, but it works. It definitely works. I feel like even though I've had conversations with people over the past maybe 2 or 3 months about my stance and where I am, because you know you have light workers and you have shadow workers. I'm a shadow worker. I'm a root woman. I'm a shadow worker. I'm an alchemist. I'm all those things. And that stuff is in the dark. I'm in the dark. I'm in the dark, and I like the darkness because I can see things that you cannot see. I say that a lot, and I mean it. I can see things you can't see, and I can warn you or help you take heed or whatever it is, whether you take my advice or not. You know, but you do know if I work with you on your behalf, you know the outcome, so we don't have to get into that. I feel like it's time to come out of the shadows. I reside in the dark, but I don't want to be in the shadows because how can I be if I've been so gifted and had so many beautiful things bestowed upon me? Deciphering dreams, doing readings, simply downloading information. If you guys have been my friends on Facebook for a while, I called those hurricanes a few years ago. You know, I think it was 2016, as a matter of fact. I called those things, and you know, again, you get frowned upon for what you do, but I've never really been one to care about it until it came to this, because it was close to me. So, believe it or not, I've always been a very free spirit. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm a very serious person. I don't really smile a lot. Fairly antisocial, but it's not because I'm shy or scared. It's just that there aren't a lot of people like me. So while we all are in this community of whatever you want to call it, so I'm not giving it a name, I just say I'm magical. So there are a lot of people here. There are a lot of people here and a lot of people that can relate. There are people that have a lot of questions that are afraid to say something because because it's like they're still burning you at the stake. I'm not a witch, but I do practice. I do practices and I follow my ancestral roots. So there are people that will socially burn you at the stake. And I don't care about losing friends or anything because I've never had a whole bunch. So I just feel like I want to be as free outside as I am on the inside. And I just think it's time to do that. I also want to say that it's like, I was like, well, there's nobody for me to talk to because I've had some things going on that I need to share with somebody, and my stuff is heavy because I'm such a serious person. My energy is pure. I'm a lot. Whether you know me or not, I'm a lot. I'm a lot. That's not in a negative way, but I come in a lot. Like my gifts are so strong, and I have a lot to carry. So that heaviness can lean on others. And even though we're all magical or whatever it is you want to call it, sometimes it's too heavy for others. And I can't be mad at that. So I kind of keep things to myself or back off when I see people like, okay, she might be doing too much here. So I stay away, but I'm like, I need people around me. And the ancestors are like, how would you know if you remain quiet? If you don't say anything, there are other people that feel like you. How can you have this? Like, how can you have what you're looking for? How can you have that support system? Because just to be honest, the everyday person that is not magical, they can't handle the stuff that you go through. Me as a death doula, when I became a death doula, I was doing it the way that, in the books and the stuff I learned. But once I got really deep into it, and from TikTok I shared a story, it's way deeper than that for me. It's way deeper than that to me because I'm connected in a different way. So my death doula work is different. And over time, the ancestors are like, you need to change everything. You need to let people know that you read. You need to let people know that you do dream deciphering. You need to let people know that you're a spiritual counselor. That you're a spiritual counselor. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in another realm. You see what I'm saying? So I have so much to give and so much to share, but I don't, because for some reason, even though I'm free in a lot of places, it's not easy to share things like that. Even though people share all kinds of mess, I just felt like I need to keep that to myself like it was mine. But it was given to me, but it's for me to share. So it's basically like they're like, you need to share this with the world. You need to share this with people that need it. You need to teach them, heal them, lead them. That's a lot for me, because the level of support and encouragement that I give, I don't always receive. That doesn't mean that, well, let me say, I'm going to say that I don't feel like I receive it because I don't talk to people. I say to myself, this is probably the most that I've talked in probably 2 weeks, to be honest with you. So it's like, it's heavy. It's heavy for me. And then there's a choice that I have to make, because there's some little things that are going on that are very frustrating and very nerve-wracking that don't have to go on. And I know that they're going on because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Like I said, my spirit is heavy, not in a negative way. My energy is big and pure. And sometimes when I speak or I write or I type, it's too much to grasp. And sometimes other people's spirits can't hold what I have, what I'm giving, and that's okay. And I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm alive. And it's okay. I'm alive. I know it, and it's cool. It's cool with me. And I'm okay with people not wanting to be around me because of that. It's okay. It's perfectly fine, because I'm going to continue to be me. So I decided, once it hit me, something had happened here, because it's like, my granddaughter is doing well, okay? But I'm not going to say but.